So soon I realized that the mosquitoes are the huge problem. As you can see, I'm slapping them off my face. What's up, everybody? I'm Tony with Your Real Estate Fam, and I'm assuming you're here because you're thinking about moving to Lower Alabama. Well, in this video, we're going to share the top 10 reasons not to move to Alabama, and you may just reconsider your decision.
Hey y'all, I'm Jessica with Your Real Estate Fam, and that's right, we're going through the top 10 reasons not to move to Alabama, specifically Lower Alabama. I know you're probably wondering what could one possibly dislike about this place, but believe it or not, LA isn't for everybody. So if you want real answers, you'll have to stick to the end of this video. And hey, if you're new to this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and tap the little bell so you're notified each and every time we drop a new video.
That's right, we're realtors here right in the state of Alabama, which means as much as we love making these videos, we love to help you more with your real estate needs. So make sure you give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, days, nights, or weekends. We got your back for moving anywhere in Lower Alabama. All right, so let's get started with today's video, top 10 reasons not to move to Lower Alabama.
Okay, counting down from 10, let's start with the fact that traveling can take a long time. I don't know about you, but before I move somewhere, I always assess the proximity of essential areas like schools, shopping, doctor's offices, and work, of course. So for example, traveling from West Mobile to downtown Mobile can take a half hour just to go to your favorite store. It may not seem long to everybody, but if you're used to having convenience at your fingertips, this might bother you a little bit. If you live in the Eastern Shore in FAIRHOPE, Spanish Fort, or DAPHNE, you might be surprised to hear that the airport in Mobile is 33 miles away and it takes an hour to get there. Pensacola Airport in Florida is 55 miles away and that also takes an hour to drive to. Mobile can just be a little bit more congested and slow down your commutes along with other areas of LA. I know a lot of people love West Mobile, but what they complain about most is the distance it takes to cross the bay or the congestion on the roads because of hospitals nearby. Also, there isn't much by way of public transit down here, so owning a car down here is going to be a must, so just be prepared to see a lot of people on the road.
Number 9 is developing infrastructure. So like Jess said, you must have a car to travel.
This car is a finisher car, a transporter of gods!
But let me remind you, traffic here is heavier than what it was just a few years ago because of the growing population. Now, you may be thinking, you're moving to an area where there's not a lot of congestion because it's not the typical busy city, you know, like the hustle bustle of like New York, Chicago, or Los Angeles. But don't be surprised when you're trying to get from point A to point B and it's backed up. With that said, you're not going to be sitting for hours, but it can definitely take some extra time out of your day that you just weren't anticipating.
The distance isn't usually that long, but that stop and go traffic can definitely turn a short ride into a long, boring one. So definitely remember to give yourself some extra time. And with more people moving in, expect to see a lot of new development going on. This is obviously a good thing, but roads can be closed, causing detours. And there's also that construction noise from developing neighborhoods. You may be waking up to it for months.
You may be able to hear it right now in the background. So number 8 is seasons. So if you enjoy that change of season and can't live without fall or long winters, this isn't your place.
Hi! I'm sorry, dude.
It's going to be warmer here most of the year. We don't see a lot of seasons here. You get spring and summer and they're hot and humid. Our winters don't stay cold for long, but they're super mild. They get a little cold, you may get a dusting. We've spent a Christmas or two swimming in the Gulf. December to February, weather in Lower Alabama is typically mid-50s, which is cold enough for me, so I don't complain.
I love this town!
But besides that, so you're looking at great golfing weather most of the year.
Number 7, LA is quiet. If you're thinking of settling down here, then be prepared for a quiet lifestyle. You won't get the distant sounds of a buzzing city, no horns beeping. The nights are pretty peaceful. You'll hear birds chirping, and those garden bugs are going to remind you that you're not the only one living here. Just walking outside, there's going to be this calmness that's really different. We came from Chicago where cars and ambulance could be heard all night long. People were out and about to the morning hours. Down here is a bit slower pace and it's just peaceful and calm. If you're not a fan of the quiet, you may need to reevaluate moving here.
Number 6 is there are no professional sports like most of the US is known for when it comes to professional teams and athletes. But here you'll have to settle for high school sports and college, but the only college team that matters is the University of Alabama. Roll Tide. Just kidding, but well, kinda.
Damn!
In all seriousness, if you're looking to watch some Major League Baseball, Atlanta is going to be your closest option. You got Tampa and Houston will be the second contenders, and they're about 7 hours away. Now, if you're looking for some professional football, then you're looking at the New Orleans Saints. We see a lot of New Orleans fans down here. Who dat? Jess and I were lucky enough to be in downtown NOLA when the Saints won the Super Bowl, and that was just amazing.
Oh my God! Wow!
Talk about team spirit. Those fans were decked out from head to toe. You got to check it out. It was so much fun. And for NBA, you also got the Pelicans in New Orleans. It's a really nice stadium and super family friendly. They have a ton of activities for the kids. Every time we take them down, they have a blast.
Number 5, the heat is real. No matter where you are in lower Alabama, be it Baldwin County or Mobile County, it can be insanely hot. The temperatures reach as high as 90 plus degrees in June and July and August, and don't forget the humidity. Along with that extreme heat, this area receives a good amount of rainfall as well, especially during those extra hot months. Plan on running your AC around the clock and expect to have an increase in your bill. My family thinks I'm weird because I'm always freezing because our house is so cold, and I'll step outside to get warm. So you can imagine. Oh, and I hope you like going to the beach because that's everyone's favorite way to beat the heat down here.
Which is a great way. It's one of my favorites. But going on to number 4 is floods and hurricanes. Now, we talk about the weather. I have to mention hurricanes and floods because they are really a common thing in the South, especially in Baldwin and Mobile County, because we're so close to the Gulf of Mexico. There have been many severe hurricanes and floods in lower Alabama, and the locals are accustomed to it and have found ways to deal with it. But for new residents, it can come as a shock. These natural disasters also increase property insurance. It's a mandatory thing and it's essential if your home is near the body of water that we have. So just look to be paying extra for that coverage, and trust me, you'll want it. So be prepared to pay $4 to $6K per year for home insurance alone.
Okay, number 3, humidity issues. Yes, another topic related to weather. We know the weather is a significant factor when moving. Therefore, it is really important to be clear on weather situations when talking about lower Alabama. We're never doing this under a tree. So humidity can be a serious concern for some. Heat and humidity are 2 separate factors. Once you step into the vicinity of lower Alabama, you're gonna feel it. On a humid day, sweat has a harder time evaporating into the air. That's where the hot, sticky feeling comes from. Sweat literally rests in your skin. It's not able to evaporate into the air. As a result, our bodies continue to sweat and sweat and sweat some more, but feel no relief.
It's all sweat under here. This is just sweat from here down.
A lot of people can't and won't deal with that. So the humid period doesn't last the entire year, but for a good few months, it's definitely something you have to get used to and just live with.
And what I just literally had a conversation of was wear your polyester or wick
Wearing cotton
shirts and not cotton, because cotton is horrible. But to move on, we have bugs and mosquitoes, and the first time I got off the plane in Mobile, I walked outside the airport and noticed these little flying insects that I'd never seen before. Come to find out, they were flying roaches. No big deal, apparently. So soon I realized that the mosquitoes
Mosquito!
are the huge problem. As you can see, I'm slapping them off my face, but there's no need to worry about it. They're not an issue unless you're in those warmer months, and then throughout the rest of the year, they're still there, but you can fumigate them. There's fumigating companies. You know, they go out throughout the neighborhoods and spray for mosquitoes, and it helps a little. So besides mosquitoes, there are other gnats and small insects invisible to the naked eye that will tear your ankles up. And there's no joke, will leave you with dozens of itching bites, and these things can be real irritating, so be prepared.
More magic! Magic with a kick! Magic with a... Insect.
So we apply bug spray daily, and it only helps a little. I've literally tried every insect repellent out there, and what I found to be the most effective is Avon's Skin So Soft and natural citronella oil. Locals also say to eat more garlic, and I love garlic, so
I'm not a fan.
I don't eat it because he hates when I do, but I'm thinking about getting back into it. Which leads me to number 1, food. One of the most known dishes in southern Alabama is fried chicken and fried oysters. Fried.
I mean, it's chicken. It's fried chicken. I like fried chicken.
We like everything fried, from chickens, oysters, to Oreos.
So good.
So glad.
If you're a sucker for these same foods, then you'll be okay, and you better get a gym membership, or you'll be going up a pant size like me, I promise.
And me.
I've only lived it, but not only is there a lot of fried foods, but you also have a lot of seafood being so close to the water. So if you're not a fish person, LA might not be the place for you. Not everyone likes seafood, and living here, it's gonna constantly be in your face.
Right there. And it's so good. Go out and get some. All right, y'all. That was 10 reasons why maybe you shouldn't move to Alabama. At the end of the day, the pros definitely outweigh the cons. I mean, we have some of the most beautiful beaches in the entire country. That alone is enough for me to live with these mosquitoes that I've been slapping during this video and these hurricanes that'll come through.
I agree. We love it here despite some of those downfalls. It beats snow and long winters, that's for sure. We hope you found this video helpful, and as always, we are your local realtors down here in LA. If you're planning to relocate, call, text, or email. We help people move here every single day, and we absolutely love it.
That's right. We're your best resource in Lower Alabama, so give us a shout, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and keep an eye out for our videos that come weekly. Thanks for tuning in. Later, y'all.